soul of the city.
What is going on, St. Louis City fans and MLS fanatics? Welcome back to another episode of Soul of the City, brought to you by First Touch Media. Today is Monday, May the 13th, and on Saturday, St. Louis City took on the Chicago Fire, defeating them in a comfortable 3-1 fashion. It was the introduction to the Chicago Fire to St. Louis, and I'm glad that the team showed up and showed out against a historic sports rival for St. Louis. Obviously, if you're watching this, we missed out last week. We didn't have the guts to talk about that boring 0-0 draw against Houston, and we're here now to talk about Chicago. Guys, what did you think of the match?
Chicago's got shit on the sidewalks, shit in the lake up there, and they got shit on the soccer field as well. So that's all I got to say. Shit stains in their pants. They probably shit themselves after they got spanked, and then they went home. All that yapping that their fans were doing on the internet sure worked out for them, and I'm sure they got a long season ahead of them because their team is dog shit and their best player doesn't give a single shit about their team, and you can see it when he plays. So have fun with that. Have fun with those 2 wins you got last year. Way to be. That's not going to happen again, especially not this season. Well, obviously, because you already lost. So I hope we can clip this up and all those dog shit supporters can see me say this, and then they can cry about it on the internet. I love making grown men cry on the internet. Shout out Ben Simmons. Sorry, go ahead, Jonah.
Well spoken.
Well said. I agree. I mean, I feel like we played pretty well. I mean, just from like the eye test, everything looked good. We could possess the ball. We looked good. We looked attacking down the wings. Klaus, brace. I mean, what more could you ask for? We were
Celio, ace.
Yep, Celio, absolute beast. Once again, this is the 4th match in a row with the same lineup, which we didn't see last year. I mean, it was basically a new lineup every game. And then once again, we played with the second half going towards the supporter section, which I think that always helps, honestly.
I think it's a coin toss thing. I think we won the coin toss this game, and it allowed us to attack that end in the second half. That's always such an energy boost. I know the players love it. Both of his celebrations were big down there. Shouted out the boy Joaquini getting promoted to the Serie A over there. Plus $2 million into St. Louis City's pocket for that promotion, I believe, is the way the contract goes. So that's huge. Good for him. Yeah, man. It was a team performance last night, truly. I was incredibly happy with everybody's performance. And yeah, for being the 4th game in a row with the same lineup, and after coming off of that 0-0 draw where we really could not get anything going offensively, it feels good for those guys to get out there, keep the chemistry building, and just put out a fucking masterclass.
Yeah, even Chicago's only goal was pretty lucky. And honestly, they can fucking have it. Dog shit. That's all I got to say.
Give them a handout.
Yeah.
I feel like they had a couple big chances. Like there was that one where Gutierrez, whoever number 17 was, had the ball basically unmarked on the penalty spot, and he took like 3 extra touches, allowing Tallon to kind of get in front of him, and then he tried like chipping Berkey, but it went wide.
Yeah.
Super wide.
Yeah, I mean, that was a huge chance that they should have scored, and then I think there was like another, maybe the ball was bouncing around in the box towards the end of the game that, I don't know, maybe they should have done better, but
we should only play games against our rivals so that Celio continues to just absolutely torch them.
Yeah.
He's so good.
He is good. He did it against Kansas City. He did it against Chicago the other night. I'm incredibly impressed with that dude. Like, I posted it on Twitter afterwards that when in a rivalry game, that motherfucker is Neymar. Like,
dude, he was cooking them.
Just cooking.
Anywhere. But
dude, he's so good at just keeping control of the ball, even if there's someone like literally like hanging onto his jersey or his arm, or like there's the one chance where they like pulled his arm and he was like twisted around and he still got the shot off, which like, I mean, I guess maybe getting the shot off is the advantage that the ref is playing, but I mean, he could have easily been given a pen right there.
He had a great post-game quote about how Brazilians typically are divers, and how he says that's not in his game at all, and he wants to fucking score, and like he'll stay
true.
up. On the one, well, I guess we can talk about the goals a little bit, because the first one in this game came in the second minute of the game. A ball's just trickling around, and Kelly Acosta, who Chicago Fire were absolutely begging and pleading for.
Why?
I have no idea. He's 28. He really was just a ghost in this performance. And for the opening goal, him and number 8 on Chicago just like don't communicate at all. Acosta like heads it backwards for Rasmus Alm to just pick up, spots Chicago's goalie off his line and just dinks it over him from probably 25, 30 yards out, I would say.
It was like a power chip.
Yeah, it knuckled pretty hard.
Knuckle chip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was disappointed that it wasn't in the MLS goal of the week candidacy.
Yeah.
I thought that was a pretty good goal.
I think so too. I feel like Kellen Acosta, like we saw him for the U.S. national team a little bit as kind of like the Gold Cup roster, like not the A team, but like kind of the B team. And I always thought like he was one of the better like MLS lifers, on the B team.
But he's not like a superstar that you
he's
beg
definitely
to get.
not a superstar. And like it kind of just seems like Chicago is the team that people go to and they just like lose all interest and motivation. At least that's what it looked like yesterday.
Case in point, Shirdan Shaqiri. That dude just walks around and just waits for opportunities to come to him. And
to be
there's
fair,
no counter press. There's no. Okay, come on, Liverpool fan.
No, to be fair, when he does give them good opportunities, they still fucking squander it. So
yeah,
it'd be pretty hard to show up day in, day out and provide stuff on a platter.
It's true.
Just for these dog shit Fire.
Yeah, well, that chance that you mentioned for Gutierrez, that only came, I think it was like 4 or 5 minutes after Rasmus Alm's goal, which was that chance was set up by Shaqiri. So I mean, like there's glimpses with him, but like just his overall attitude, I feel like is just so poor. And yeah, I agree. Chicago seems to be like they just deflate their players, and that's why Chicago needs to fucking sell Brian Gutierrez, get him the fuck out of Chicago for the sake of America. That motherfucker needs to leave Chicago badly because he's a 20-year-old, and last season was low-key carrying Chicago like on his back. And I think he's a great like USMNT prospect who needs to fucking leave.
Come to St. Louis.
we don't want their rejects.
No, well,
they're all rejects.
We don't need any more. We definitely don't need any more midfielders, especially with the rumors that have taken place over the last month or so.
True.
For those who don't know what we're referencing, Marco Reus, Dortmund legend, has been linked with St. Louis. Roman Berkey put out a great "Come to St. Louis," but in German to Marco Reus, a video the other day. Which, God, if we sign Marco Reus, that is just going to be phenomenal. I know that some people are very much so like, I don't know if he's going to fit. He's 34. He probably isn't going to want to press like we do, but this season, we don't quite press as high or as hard as we did in our inaugural season. We're far more comfortable in possession. I think it's going to be a fucking masterclass move.
I think even if he wants to come off the bench and just score bangers out of nowhere, hell yeah, man. Give that man a check. Because, like, it's the MLS, man. He's got quality. He can make passes. It's not like he doesn't press for Dortmund either.
Right.
Especially when he comes off the bench. But, like, he's just kind of old and he gets injured. So,
yeah, I think, like, we wouldn't want to sign him with the intent of him starting every game. I think he would be, like, a leader role, someone who maybe plays, like, half the game or, 2/3 of the game.
Or like big games.
Yeah. I mean, like when Messi came over here, like, I don't know if they had like specific number of minutes he had to play, but like he definitely wasn't playing and planning on playing as many minutes as he was for like PSG or, Barca or whatever.
Yeah.
So
just having somebody that knows that much about soccer in general.
Like, and the players who are going to benefit from it, like our young players, Celio's going to benefit. Indy's going to benefit. AZ's going to benefit. It's going to be so good. I mean, even Ostrak, like we saw him struggle in the 10 role last year. He's obviously picked up the 8 very well this season and has been playing well there.
Leuven's German. He could benefit with having a nice little German
compatriot.
pal.
Yeah, and of course Roman Berkey is the big like facilitator right now, and obviously if he's going to come out and make a public statement like saying, a recruitment video, the club is okaying that. They're not just going to let him
say that
without approval.
And if he is doing that, good for you, Berkey.
W. Berkey.
Yeah. Fuck the club. I'm putting up my recruitment video.
One interesting thing in that video that Berkey said was the captain's armband is ready. If Reus is going to be in this role where maybe he's not playing in every single game, does he get the captain's armband?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, not when he doesn't play, but
yeah, obviously
he'll probably be one of the captains on the team.
Yeah. That'd be weird if Berkey's like always the starting captain and Marco Reus has to sub in, run to Berkey, get the captain's armband, and then run up the pitch.
It probably would work pretty similar to that.
Yeah.
I mean, right now for Real Madrid, I think Nacho is the number 1 captain, and like he's obviously not a starter most of the time. So whenever he does sub on, he's the captain. But yeah,
it's interesting.
It could work.
he just had to bring up Real Madrid.
They're going to be facing Dortmund and Marco Reus in the Champions League on June 1st.
Marco Reus start into Dortmund Champions League win into St. Louis City getting a literal fucking UCL champion.
Seems a little too good to be true.
That would be crazy.
I'm really like, some people are very like on the fence. They really don't think there's that good of a chance. But I feel like there's a good chance. I feel like the chance is increasing day by day.
I feel like Lutz could sell it pretty well to him. I mean, and honestly, that video that Berkey made, the facilities look really good in that video.
Yeah.
Like we never get to see the perspective of that field next to the Union Station from the inside, but it looks fire, honestly.
Yeah.
And like
we only get to see the TikTok clips that the club puts together, like this small glimpses here and there.
Right. But it looks like legit as hell. So
yeah.
Plus, we got German food here.
Yeah.
We got a lot of beer.
Yeah.
Not that you should be going and drinking a bunch of beer, Mr. Royce, but
you can do
whatever the hell you want.
He can do just about whatever he wants if he comes to St. Louis.
You could be our coach.
Player coach.
To reel it in a little bit, obviously, like he's going to be expensive on our salary. Like he's making $7.5 million USD at Dortmund right now. I'd assume we'd ask him to come down a little bit. I don't think that we probably wouldn't try to match what he's making at Dortmund.
No way.
But the other teams that are interested, Saudi Arabia is calling and Inter Miami are calling, who both seem to have unlimited checkbook.
Dude, I don't even want to
I don't
talk
think
about that.
Inter Miami really have a chance, especially because there's all these Angel Di Maria rumors as well, and he's like close to signing for them. And if he's going to Inter Miami, there's no shot. I
mean, if he's going to Inter Miami, the league's on ice, to be honest with you. That dude is still so good. Yes. Yeah. He scored, the game winner in the World Cup, right?
I don't know. I can't remember.
He scored a few.
Jonas tried to block that World Cup out of his memory.
It's play goals.
Repressed memory.
He's still good. I can't believe that the league is just.
Royce is still good too. It's not like he's an aging dinosaur. Like
compared to Di Maria.
I mean, he's older, obviously,
and much more injury prone.
Yeah,
you think
that's the worry. It's like all the stuff about Royce, all the rumors, the Berkey stuff. Like it just doesn't really make sense with what Lutz has said in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I totally agree that it's not.
he said, like, we don't want to bring in big money players. We don't want to bring in big names, retired names from Europe that, you know, are overpriced and who aren't going to be a part of the team. Like,
Dynamic.
yeah, like in the work ethic that the team requires. But I honestly, like, Reus isn't like the other aging, you know, Euro stars.
He's a passionate,
yeah, he's
like,
a
lifelong
true leader.
Dortmund player. He's going to be good for
The
everybody
Germans
on the
don't
team.
fuck around.
And he's come out and said that he doesn't want to go to Saudi
Okay.
as well.
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
And that's a great sign.
Sorry, Mohammed.
He
Yep.
cares about soccer.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the Reus rumors pretty much in a nutshell, and that's where we are here today.
Wasser und Bier.
Okay, German boy.
Yeah, go ahead.
That German
Do
one
some
is
more.
really coming out right now.
Yeah, come on, say something else.
What is the? How do you say please? I don't remember.
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah, just shut up.
Anyways,
Shut
getting
up.
back to the Chicago game. Yeah, the first half there was definitely more chances from Indy, chances from Celio outside of that Rasmus Holm goal. Chicago had a lot of chances in this game to get themselves back, and obviously minutes into the second half they do equalize pretty quickly. But even outside of that, they had a lot of decent chances in front of goal that we came out pretty unscathed.
Yeah, I would say one person who I don't think we really talked about was Indy. He had 2 free kicks that looked really close to scoring. And then I think 1 or 2 long shots from open play that also were just wide.
Tantalizing.
Keep playing this roster, please.
Yes, I agree. I think right now AZL Jackson has no chance of breaking into the starting lineup.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, even when he's subbed on, fresh legs against tired legs, like he's still not anywhere near as effective as any of the starting 11.
I was honestly kind of surprised when AZ and Adeniran subbed on. They really didn't have that much defensive fire behind them. Obviously, they wanted to get forward, but there were some moments where it was like, we're up 3-1, like let's not concede anymore. And they were both kind of just real close to our half line while Chicago were in possession near our final third, which I was a little bit surprised by.
Not gonna lie, Sam very disappointing in that cameo.
He had one great opportunity that he
That
just put wide.
curler.
Yeah.
He looked like he's conceded that starting role completely. I don't know. The fire's gone.
If he puts that one chance away, I think he's feeling good. But obviously that was his one chance that
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever happened to get him benched and then not
left
benched.
off the roster.
Yeah. Maybe he'll come back from it.
He had a huge, massive ovation when he
He
subbed
did.
on. It was fucking loud for him coming on.
Nice. And I feel like it's also harder, like, when you have AZ, who's kind of in poor form, and then Thorson, who has never really been in form.
Yeah.
Like, if it's that front three and you're Sam Adeniran, it's like the quality of chances you're going to get is obviously going to be worse than with Alm and Celio.
It just didn't look like he had that same fire, like that pace, you know?
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. Moving along to our other 2 goals in this one, obviously it was 1-1. Shit, what even was the second
Zhao
goal?
Klaus had a volley, full volley, pretty much in the box.
I wouldn't really call it a full volley. It was that
Why not?
Celio driving down the left. Chicago's right back.
Kicked it out of the air.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd call it a full volley, though.
Why?
I'd call that more of like a redirection, if anything.
What, like it's hockey, bro? What are you talking about?
Because he just, like, it's not like he's slapped. Like, when I hear full volley, I'm thinking, like, winding up and smacking the ball out of the air. This was like he's like, near the penalty spot, and he gets his foot out to it, and it trickles in at the far post.
Yeah, he just, like, stabs his foot at it, and it goes in. I
Yeah,
mean, I guess
he
it's
volleys it.
Sure, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah,
It's just
A
grammatical
redirection.
term.
Actually.
But
Actually, he didn't even mean to score it. That was supposed to be a pass.
It was just like an ugly little shot.
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing. Neither of you were right in front of it, though. So what do you guys actually know about it? Womp womp.
Never mind.
Oh my God, you guys are gonna kiss on camera. Yeah, Celio on that play, that was another opportunity. We talked about his quote about not diving. His jersey literally was about to get pulled off of his back, and he stayed strong and played in a beautiful assist to Klaus for the second.
Yeah, if I get cooked that many times as the Chicago defender does by Celio, I'm going studs up into Celio.
Yeah, and thankfully they didn't do it. Thankfully, no strong tackle into Celio.
Great pass from him. Great skill. Definitely had him on skates. And a great full volley from Joao Klaus in
Full
the
volley.
box.
Mm-hmm.
Pisser top 90, actually. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not see that part.
2 goals were actually awarded to him for that. And Celio double assist.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
hate both of you. Especially Riley.
That's pretty rude, honestly. I don't think I did anything.
Then he had
Audience,
an
let me know in the
easy-ass
comments
header.
below if I said anything that warrants all of this hate.
Let me know if it's a volley or not.
Yeah, and for our third goal,
Just had to wind it back
Another-
to get your point in.
Please shut the fuck up.
yeah.
Go ahead. The third
Is it
goal.
because we haven't been on a podcast in fucking 2 weeks that you feel
Hey
the
man,
need to
you're
let
the
it all
one, you
out?
felt the need to rewind. Actually,
Throw it back to season 1.
All right, let's just rewind that.
Oh my God.
sorry, it's actually that I'm not used to enjoying my podcast because we tie every game.
You know what? That's good.
So
We only have one loss on the season. Let's frame it in that.
Was that the? I think the podcasts that we've skipped this season have been the loss and then that Houston Dynamo game, which two were just absolute abysmal.
we're just fair weather fans.
No, don't say that on the podcast. It's not true. We go to every game and we produce so much content. Don't say that about us.
I hate you, bro. It's a joke. We have like 7 draws.
I'm not laughing.
Bro.
Okay, third goal of this game. Chris Durkin goes on a bit of a mission down the right-hand side. I don't even know how the hell he wound up where he
just
was.
Pressing.
Facts.
He said in the post-game
talk
conference that
about
like
that.
he's instructed, do not go that far up. And I think he did it 2 separate times in this game. But I think both he played in delicious balls. And
He got the assist for
Yeah.
Klaus's goal. His second goal.
back post header for Klaus. Does a mean celly in front of the north end. Just
Yep.
loved it.
That is what a header is.
That was his celebration too.
Oh, was
He
it?
like did it again.
He hit
Yeah, he did.
he hit this both times.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that makes my heart warm. I think he tried to get Celio to do it. Did Celio do it?
No,
Oh.
I don't
He didn't
know. I
wanna
was also
intrude.
very drunk, so
Okay.
all I remember doing is this.
No wonder all you're doing is talking shit. You probably don't even remember anything from the game.
I do remember.
You
I
do?
remember that volley that he scored.
I'm gonna hurt myself.
Also, can we talk about somebody that's never gonna get back in the squad
Who?
because of this man Durkin?
Blom.
I was just thinking about
Damn, I
that.
kind of forgot about him.
Yeah, I shouted too.
I feel like Ostrak might be the one to fall to the bench in Blom's return.
But what about Leuven returning?
God damn it.
I feel like we can't take Indy out of the 10 role
Mm-mm.
I feel like
because I don't think Ostrak could do as well as he has.
Leuven,
Maybe,
Indy, Durkin.
yeah. Ostrak, I mean, man, it just sucks to pull Ostrak. I mean, honestly, I feel like Leuven's just going to have to sit on the bench for a few games.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
I think that's already going to be
from
the
what he
case.
said,
Yeah,
that
to ease him
he's
back.
trying to get his.
Last season, that was the case when he came back from injury. The next 2 games, when he was back, he just subbed on for.
But I mean, if he in his, subs whenever he gets subbed in, if he's not playing as well as Ostrak is, then
Knock on wood.
I don't think we should just play Leuven because he's getting paid more than Ostrak.
Yeah.
If Ostrak's playing better, then
Let him cook.
Especially if Indy keeps ripping free kicks like that.
It's
and
true.
if we keep scoring goals and winning, like I would rather just not mess with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's nice to have Leuven in your back
This
pocket.
guy's
obviously.
going to hell.
Well, I mean, and when we go back to like bringing in Reus, like our midfield is deep,
Insanely stacked.
almost too deep.
Absolutely. Time to sell some blokes.
It might be. I don't know.
I mean, that also might be how we get Royce in.
Because I mean, it'll be summer transfer for all of the big European teams, so they're going to be looking around.
Yeah, the big European teams, they'll be looking at our team.
All of the European teams.
Nokvi to Man City.
You guys know what I mean.
Real Madrid.
You guys are being fucked
looking
up
at Blom.
Blom was on the bench last night, and
Yeah.
he didn't sub in, and
Yeah.
Kojima did, which does that mean Kojima's over Blom in the pecking order?
Does that mean Blom gone? Does that
I
mean
hope
Camavinga to St.
St.
Louis
Louis
City?
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Straight
in a
swap.
swap transfer. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Only if Real Madrid throws in some cash too.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You can't undervalue Jabulo Blom. No shot. Yeah, man. Yeah, Kojima has been huge. They were talking about him and his role. Obviously, he's been playing for City 2 a bunch, and he's like the leader of that team. It says outside of City games and City 2 games, his third favorite place to be is in the manager's office, just like fucking figuring out like what he can do to continue to
Then
grow.
he just annoying the shit out of Carnell.
He's like, Coach, put me in, please, please,
Coach, what do you
please.
think about this, actually?
Every morning
But I
he's
love
there
that.
before Carnell.
Didn't he write like a thesis on something on soccer?
It was like
related?
it was like a 5v5 league and like the coaching of the 5v5 league or something like that indoor.
So his game IQ is just off the charts. He's
Yeah.
probably telling Carnell what to do.
Dude,
Maybe
I
that's
hope
why we're winning.
I
now.
hope we can keep
True.
him for a long time. He very exciting prospect.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's what people thought Miggy was going to be last year.
Yeah.
Because Miggy was like, I mean, obviously, I don't know. Kojima's not homegrown, which
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's, what was causing all the Miggy hype. But
Maybe.
definitely.
Yeah. I wonder what it was.
But I mean, he had like one good game, and people were saying, "Oh my God, he's the perfect box-to-box midfielder."
Yeah.
But I mean, I think Kojima's actually the perfect box-to-box midfielder, especially if he gets more experience under his belt. I
It's
think
true.
right now.
And like while he's not truly homegrown, if he can grow into like a truly great MLS player through our program, through our first team program, it's going to be wonderful for recruitment of young players. And yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited, man. We were just talking about before we turned this podcast on, man. Last season, we had a little bit of hate here and there on certain players. This year, I fucking love the team. There's like, I have no disrespect for anybody. I love the way the organization has moved players out of the club, brought some people in. God, I love St. Louis.
It's like they could tell who was working away at the culture. Just culture vultures.
Yeah, they checked
Do you
John. They checked
John
John Nelson's
Nelson's
DMs
Twitter.
and they said, "What the fuck are you doing?"
think banned?
You're really
But do you-
DMing people.
I feel like someone that we kind of hated, that not everyone hated. I feel like Jared Stroud is who I'm talking about. We kind of despised some moments from him, but I feel like overall most fans had a really positive view of him.
Mm-hmm.
But he's someone that we got rid
The
of.
intro to soccer crowd, I would say, really enjoyed him. I think for some of the more more tenured fans of the game, really, yeah, there were some moments.
Pass
man.
back merchant.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? He did get 2 assists against us this season, so
That was before
he got
we
his
were good.
he got his get back on us. That's for sure.
That was pre Durkin.
Honestly, those assists, they were pretty good, but it's more a testament to Christian Benteke, who is just an absolute aerial monster.
Air Benteke.
Mm.
Didn't he just score a hat trick of all headers this
Yes.
past weekend?
His aerial duel numbers are insane. He has like 134 aerial duel wins. The next player in MLS has like 50.
That is crazy.
That dude is just a menace.
But
Oh, yeah. You are a bit
Let me
quiet.
turn that up.
hopefully Jonah wasn't too silent this episode.
Yeah, because Jonah's actually been spitting. So if you can't listen to his wisdom, I feel bad for you at home.
Anyway, sorry about that, folks.
So what were we talking about again?
Airbenteke. I didn't mean to
before that.
interrupt that.
We were just talking about the makeup of the team.
Oh, I was going to say something. I have a prediction of when, well, let me not say when, but I have a scenario where some people will hate one of our players again, is if Totland gets hurt and Jake Nerwinski has to play right back.
Ooh.
Then I can feel some hate resurfacing.
Yeah.
In my,
Yeah, because, like, outside of Jake,
But
good
that
knock
won't
on
happen.
wood there. Outside of Jake, I mean, Akil Watts is still on the team. I don't see him racking minutes for City 2 that often. It's if Totland can't be fit, it's a problem for St. Louis for
I
sure.
mean, Jake has his moments.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the worst backup.
True.
As long as it's not like a season-ending injury from Totland.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, yeah.
I don't even know why we're discussing such things.
Yeah, agreed. Let's just change the subject. We
This
don't
guy
need to talk about
Jonah
that anymore.
That's
has
fair.
the juju all wrong.
All messed up.
Next game.
So Hebert over Nielsen, is that
Seems
just
popular,
how life is now?
I guess. I thought there was some moments he looked shaky last night. Definitely.
I think I'm team Nielsen.
Yeah. I think I am as well.
Team whoever works, man. If we can just keep winning, I don't know. Nielsen doesn't like. I get it. Like he came in when we were shaky at the end of last season, but I can't get over his record last season, man.
He's like 2-8
Yeah,
for the last 10
like-
games.
I don't blame him for
Yeah.
all of that.
It's because we were missing Alm. I've narrowed it down. That's what it was.
It could be. I think overall the team at the end of last season I don't think we just had the fight in them to keep going till the end
Yeah,
of the season.
because if you remember, Alm was injured during that time. That's why.
Jonah, number one Erasmus Alm enjoyer.
I mean, he has been cracked. I'll give it to you, but
He's taken
the
on-
sole reason.
He's taken on the energy mantle that Jared Stroud left.
I agree with
Jared
that.
Stroud was the energy mantle that would suck the very energy that he created straight back out as soon as he gave the ball up. Backwards pass or just dribble into nothing merchant. The energy. Yeah, Rasmus Alm is actually good, though.
That's my point that I was
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to make.
And Celio. I mean, it's just, we could just beat that dead horse. Celio, can't believe he ever got benched this season. He better not get benched again.
I doubt it.
Agreed.
If Carnell's rolling with this lineup for 4 games in a row, I mean, I don't see it. I mean, the only other thing to see is that obviously our next game coming up is LAFC on Wednesday.
True.
So it is a midweek matchup. I would expect some rotation. I'm definitely not expecting to see the same lineup that we saw this week. Probably
I'm expecting lots of rotation.
Yeah, I'm expecting Nielsen, maybe no Parker.
Yarrow probably gets in there.
Yeah, I think he's back to full training.
I think he was on the bench, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Wait, no, Yarrow couldn't have been on the bench because he was up in the press box.
Oh,
suit up, bro.
what the?
You got to
So
get
maybe
in
he
there.
won't play then. He probably won't.
Maybe not. Yeah,
Maybe Nerwinski will play right center back.
maybe. Which is, I mean, I'm fearful of that coming up against LAFC and Dennis Boanga. But that's going to be a fun matchup because it's going to be Boanga versus Totland, and that's going to be a great.
Well, that's assuming LA doesn't rotate also, which they very
yeah,
well
that's
could.
true. That's true.
I just saw they completed their signing of Olivier Giroud.
Yeah, he'll be here this summer.
You think? Oh,
I don't think he's gonna be joining just yet.
I would have loved to see him against Tim Parker.
Ooh, that'd be a matchup for the ages.
$44 for a GA ticket on Wednesday.
Oh.
That's pretty promising.
Sounds like I have to go.
Yeah,
I think
must be God's will.
When you put it like that.
I bet if you wait until the last minute, they might come down even more.
That's true. I will do that. But
Ticket
that
stonks.
surprises me. I guess it is a Wednesday night, but still LAFC.
yeah, I think it's solely because it's a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
They're that cheap.
I still
Wednesday's
expect.
the new Friday, baby.
Is it?
No.
You can always call off on Thursday.
No, the
Hump
fuck
day.
I can't.
I mean, we've sold out every game at City Park. I don't expect it to change for this one. Regardless of how low the ticket prices are,
Regardless.
there's going to be butts and seats.
We didn't sell out the U.S. versus Trinidad
Dude,
and
who
Tobago.
invited this
It was Uzbekistan.
Oh yeah, Uzbekistan versus U.S.
Yeah,
but that
was
doesn't count because that's
not a St. Louis City game.
Still in City Park.
I think that one still did. That one still did decent numbers. Yeah, that was shameful. I have to say that we didn't sell that one out. The A team.
Jonah bringing bad vibes today.
No, I
No.
would never do that.
No shot. Yeah.
Can't believe I watched that game too.
So lots of rotation versus LAFC. This is obviously a big. What you guys are distracting the shit out of me.
It's Jonah, man. He's trying to
No.
bring this company to
Jonah,
the
are you
ground.
trying to do sabotage right now?
No. Sorry.
We haven't talked about the table in a while. So LAFC are sitting in 5th, St. Louis in 9th.
Playoff spot.
Seattle Sounders are the next team below us
True.
with 3 points. We'd have to play a wild card game to get into the playoffs.
for the playoff.
True.
And I'm ready to just wrap this episode up and call it because you guys seem to have no interest.
No, I want to hear about
What do you
the
mean?
table.
I said a playoff for the playoff. That's what a wild card spot.
Oh, I
is.
thought maybe you must have just been in my brain because I avoided saying playoff for a playoff because I thought it sounded redundant.
Yo, I gotta get off this. You guys are pieces of shit.
Welcome to the Bully Riley podcast. Thanks
What?
for joining us on this lovely episode.
So anyway, this dude's
Jonah,
a
run down the table.
fucking idiot.
Jonah, run down the table.
I don't know.
So what-
Score.
what do
okay,
we-
here we go.
What happens if we get a win over LAFC?
We would move into 4th, assuming Vancouver, Colorado, Houston, and Austin all lose. But I mean, listen to this top 4. It's kind of crazy. Salt Lake, Minnesota, LA Galaxy, Vancouver.
And
I mean,
first place is only 6 points above us, and we have a
Yeah.
game in hand.
that's true. LA Galaxy, I would expect to be up there because they made a lot of moves, and they terrorized us with Joseph Paintsel.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota,
Minnesota's been cooking.
yeah, that's
since the
crazy.
beginning
They
of
weren't
the
that good
season.
last year.
No, they weren't. But they weren't that bad.
And I mean, Vancouver were like okay last year, from what I remember.
Salt Lake doesn't really surprise me, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're kind of just hot and cold. I feel like.
Chicho Arango is kind of the real deal and has been hard carrying. That and coupled with the fact that some of these Western Conference teams are not good.
He has 11 goals in 12 games.
Yeah, that's like huge.
Yeah,
Partially due to St. Louis giving up a hat trick against him.
that did not help.
Yeah, we're definitely still in the running for everything.
Yep.
I mean, we're still in the running till the end of the season.
Yeah, good point.
You know,
Yeah,
all you gotta do is win a few games, get up in that playoff
the
spot.
season doesn't stop until the end of it, right?
The game's not
Literally.
over till the whistle blows.
Football is played on grass.
Oh, it's the Bully Riley podcast. Wow, you're getting so bullied, huh?
I don't know where all of this hostility is coming from. It's on all ends today. I don't know.
I was being positive. KC did it against us.
Yeah.
They were dead last for most of the season. Not that I care about that dog shit stupid team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Got
really-
anything else mean to say to me?
No. I can say positive things.
All right, we need a friendly handshake between the two of you before we can wrap this up.
Please,
Sure thing.
jackass.
I take it back.
Fences mended.
My fingers were crossed, bitch.
My toes were crossed, and I'm gonna kill you after this.
Beautiful. So, with those kind words from Milo, I think we are ready to wrap up this episode. If you have made it to the end of this episode, thank you for tuning in. We truly appreciate you. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. give me a hug because
If
I
you
definitely
are-
need it. And that's all we got. Thank you guys for tapping in, and we will see you on Thursday or Friday after the LAFC game.
I want to keep talking.
Thank you for watching this episode of Soul of the City, brought to you by First Touch Media and Anchor FM. Make sure to check us out on YouTube at First Touch Media, and all of our socials are at First Touch 314. Thank you for watching.